Hello my friends, welcome to another episode of the Detox Dudes. I'm your host Joshua Mason and this is the beautiful beach at Alameda, California. Today I have a very important message for everybody. My camera's about to fall, the wind. Hopefully it doesn't. Anyway, I want to talk about when detox is not enough, okay? I talk up this detox thing and it's really amazing, and truthfully it is. However, detoxification will not automatically make you enlightened and will not automatically make you your truest, highest self. There still is a choice to be made. There still is work to be done on the spiritual front, on the level of consciousness, on the level of unconsciousness. And it's very important not to get these things confused. You know, the reason I'm making this video is because I made a post in my premium detox group, and I made a post in both groups that I have, a free group and a premium tribe group. And it's funny because I made a simple video. It said, hey guys, I want everyone to connect on a deeper level. Why don't we make a video about ourselves using Facebook Live with no editing, and you know, and we can get to connect deeper. If everybody makes a video about themselves, we could really see each other's faces, hear each other's voices. And I think so far one person has made a video out of like 1,100 people. And I really doubt that I really doubt that people just don't want to make the video, right? I have a very strong feeling that most people are just fearful, right? Fear of judgment, fear of how they look, fear of just the constant fear of being abandoned from the tribe, right? That's one of the most intense things, intense pains a human can go through is abandonment of the tribe, or being kicked out of the tribe, or being viewed as not a member of the tribe, right? That's almost like a death. In a sense, it's like a death to our primal brains. Because back then, you know, throughout our evolution, if you didn't have your tribe, you actually were dead, because we can never do it alone. So the reason I'm telling you this story, and I have many other stories throughout this video that maybe I'll share, is that our conditioning cannot be unwinded through detox alone. Okay, there's health, which comes hand in hand with sort of detox and cleaning your body and raising your vibration, etc. And then there's freedom. And they're two different things, but they share, I guess it would be like a Venn-diagram where they share this common ground. And freedom, true spiritual freedom, cannot come if you're operating from the conditioned mind, right? So my guess is, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe people just think I'm fucking stupid and they don't want to post videos of themselves and they just don't care, but my guess is that the fear hijacks the system, right? The fear is telling people, I can't do this because I'm going to be judged, I don't look good enough, I'm not cool enough, I don't sound good enough on camera. And so I would venture a guess that deep down, most people in the group actually have a desire to connect and to bring themselves forward. Deep down, we all have a desire to truly bring ourselves forward because it's liberating. But, maybe I'm wrong here, however, I do believe that most people are just afraid, you know? Simple as that. And freedom comes from feeling the fear and doing it anyway. That's where freedom comes, okay? Health and freedom. Yes, they meet in the middle, and the reason they meet in the middle is because if you are dealing with parasites, physical parasites, and you are operating on a paradigm where you're constantly giving to others, constantly bleeding energy and doing things out of duty, doing things out of because you think you need to, right? Because society tells you I need to. I have to go to this wedding or else, oh my God, if I don't go to this wedding, they're gonna... Meanwhile, you're broke, you can't afford it, you can't afford to travel, you can't buy your own supplements, you can't even fucking pay for your school, and you're gonna go to the wedding because what if I don't go to the wedding, right? That's just an example, right? So my point is that freedom is a choice. Freedom is a conscious choice to be operating in a place of yourself, to be doing what you want to do, what you believe you need, not what other people believe you need. Can you believe that in our day, most people are operating from a calculator, their minds, that is basically 1% of all these different things that they have culminated over the course of their lifetime. You know, like someone tells me I have to do this, so I'll do this. Or you know, you read a self-help book and it says write down 10 things that you're grateful for, and then you do that, right? And it's like all these little things that are all these little self-help tips that people get, and they take all of this content and all of these facts and they culminate it into their calculator of their mind and say, oh my God, if I do this and then I have to do this, and then I have to exercise, and then I have to do this, and it's just a constant hijacking, right? That's not the best word for it, but my point is that people aren't actually thinking and feeling for themselves, right? They ask questions. Hey Josh, what do you think about this? The answer, see for yourself, know for yourself. Nobody else has the answer for you, okay? There's only little guidance systems out there, like I feel like I'm a guidance system for other people to then take their own journey in their own hands and do what they, you know, do it even better than I did, or I'm doing. So, I'm going on a tangent here as always, but you know, so it's mind-blowing to me that most people are operating on a constant listening basis. They're constantly taking another human being's thoughts and about a subject and then appropriating it to their own life, right? I told this story before. There's these people, the Paraha people in the Amazon, okay? And this Daniel Everett, he was a missionary, a Catholic or Christian missionary, and he went down there with the sole objective of converting the Paraha people to, he was also a linguist. He wanted to learn their language and convert them to Christianity. And he was constantly talking about Jesus to these people, constantly saying, Jesus this, Jesus that, oh my God, you guys would love Jesus. And after a year or so, or maybe even longer, they finally sat down with him and said, hey, in their click language, or however they, very bizarre language, they said, which he now spoke at this point, he said, hey man, who's this Jesus dude? Did you know him? And Daniel goes, no, I didn't. And he says, that the Paraha people say, did your father know him? And he says, no man, we're talking about fucking a long time ago. And they said, oh, surely your grandfather must have knew him, otherwise you wouldn't be speaking about this Jesus man. And he said, no, my grandfather didn't know him. We're talking about a super, super long time ago. And the Paraha people all laughed and just totally dismissed his thoughts about Jesus, and anything that he would talk about Jesus was just total nonsense. And the lesson in this story is that the Paraha people only listen to the present moment, only listen to a story if their father or grandfather directly met the person. There's no such thing as dogma. Dogma, okay? Dogma, if you just listen to, if I say, hey, take bentonite clay, take charcoal, and you just do it, you're participating in dogma, okay? Yeah, maybe you trust me, and rightfully you should, okay? However, you should still appropriate your own energies and research and will on the subject that I'm speaking about, okay? Otherwise, you're participating in dogma. Dogma is what we need to get away from. Now, tying back to how dogma and freedom comes into play. Well, if we are operating from dogma, from our conditioning, from what we've been taught and embedded and branded with, we can never be free. We can never truly feel our deepest self if we're constantly operating from dogma. If you take somebody who is detoxing, spending $5,000 a month on supplements, which is an insane amount of money, taking the best foods in the world, but that person has been branded with the fact that sex is evil, or the fact that they're terrified of taking their shirt off in public, or they are terrified of speaking to another human being. Detoxification will not eviscerate these conditions, this conditional programming. That, my friends, is a choice. That needs to be unlocked by a different means, okay? Whether it's meditation or whether it's truly the biggest way to do this is to feel the fear and do it anyway. We all have fear. I'm gonna tell you another story. When I first started this YouTube channel, I was petrified. Every video I make, I would analyze and say, I sounded dumb, that was dumb, I did this wrong, I looked like shit, I looked tired, people aren't gonna listen to me, I don't like my body, I shouldn't show my, I should always have my clothes on, just nonstop. And months and months and months of saying, no, fuck it, I wanna be free, I wanna just be myself, I wanna be free, has led me to a point now where I don't really give a shit what I say anymore. Yeah, I try and come from a place of integrity, and I try and my best to be grounded and not, and really come from a deep place. But I've probably, over the course of my videos said hundreds of things that I now don't agree with, Well, I don't want to say that, but I probably said many different things that I would have a different perspective on now looking back, right? So, freedom is to truly be able to be yourself around other human beings, Another thing I have is, I'm sure I'm not the only one, is whenever I'm around somebody, there's a huge part of my consciousness that's just thinking about what they're thinking about. I wonder what he thinks of me after I said that. I wonder what he thinks of me after I said that. Oh, is he interested in this stuff? It's just constant. There's a guy, Randy Pausch, he talks about how 33% of people's energy in an office building, in a corporate environment, is spent thinking about what other people are thinking about them. Okay? You know how much energy is spent thinking about what other people are thinking about you? You have no chance of being free, no chance of bringing it to this world, bringing you, right? That's what we're all trying. We all need to bring ourselves to the world. It doesn't matter how weird, okay? There's no such thing as weird. We're all fucking weird. We need to bring ourselves here. I'm bringing myself right here in this video. I'm bringing it right now, okay? And that's what we need to do as a collective, is bring ourselves, even if it's fucking weird, okay? Bring ourselves forward, occupy the room, occupy your space, be yourself. There's enough space. I was in a meditation course and there was 14 of us, and the teacher said, guys, there is enough space in this room for everybody to bring themselves forward. And now I'm not talking about physical space, I'm talking about energetic space. We could all be in a room together, we can all be in a Facebook group together, we can all be in one place together and bring ourselves forward. Say, this is what I'm about, this is who I am. All faults, everything accepted. Another guy, another beautiful teacher, his name is, he's a comedian. I forget his name. Anyway, he talks about how he's an ex-comedian and now he does spiritual self-help, and he talks about how with every fear comes, I love that, and I love that. Kyle Cease. So you're thinking of something, oh my God, I don't look good enough, I didn't say this good enough, and I love that. There's just a little aside that you can put on everything. That really helps for freedom. Acceptance is freedom, acceptance of oneself. Okay, acceptance is freedom. So let's go back to the main message here. Freedom and health, and in the middle you have a little shared effort in the middle. Okay, they're not totally independent of each other. Because, so going back to what I was talking about before, with the parasites, if you're constantly operating from that position of trying to please and trying to be, morph and shape into someone else to please somebody else, then essentially what you're doing is you are creating a boundary issue for yourself, okay? So these parasites, they also feed on when someone's boundaries are invaded. If you're constantly pleasing others and allowing other people in your space and the victim and saying, oh my God, please don't do that to me, please don't hurt me, or oh, it's okay, I'll do this because I want this person to like me. You're perpetuating the sickness. You're not fully here, you're not fully doing you, in which case parasites will be able to thrive no matter how many herbs you take, okay? So it's a multi-level process here this is the message I'm trying to teach people. It's a multi-level process. It's not just physical detox, okay? So, being free, right? I'll give you another story. I used to have a terrible fear of being naked. Like, and it's very reasonable, right? We all do. I just couldn't fathom being naked in front of somebody who wasn't, you know, a partner. And I went to the naked co-ed sauna in Portland for the first time maybe 6 months ago. And it's just a naked co-ed sauna. There's no sexual energy flying around. No one is trying to pick up anyone else. Everyone just happens to be naked and in the sauna, taking care of their bodies, sweating and cold plunging, showering, hot tub. And the first time I went there, I was just petrified of having my junk hanging out. And after a few hours, I looked around and I'm just like, wow, this is more natural than clothes. This is more natural than clothes. This is totally reasonable. This is totally normal. Yeah, there are breasts hanging out, and yeah, there are penises hanging out, but it's completely fucking normal. It's our bodies. We're animals, right? Animals don't wear clothes. Now, I'm not saying we should all be walking around naked all the time, but it was so freeing to finally stop caring about other people seeing my penis, okay? It's so freeing, and that's just one story to exemplify many different possible scenarios that are happening in your life right now. There's so many things that you are holding back, not doing. Maybe you'll rationalize it and say, I don't like doing that. I don't want to do that. Deep down, I bet you have a desire to truly be fucking free. Okay, to be free of your conditioning, to be free of the faulty blueprints that your parents and your teachers gave you. Okay, and not all of this can be done on a purely conscious level. A lot of this stuff is unconscious, deep down in your body, and that requires years of work and some type of energetic healer, in my opinion, to really get to the root of. So, I know I've gone in a million different directions here, but the ultimate message here is that we must separate from our conditioning, okay? We must ask ourselves why. Why is it that we do what we do? Why is it that we think a certain way? Why is it that we don't want to do something, right? Why is it that nobody in the Facebook group, one person, Nathan Hughes, you're the man. Why is it that one person posted a video about themselves? Is it because they genuinely just don't want to connect? They don't want to bring themselves forward? Or is there a layer of fear? Okay, a layer of fear. That layer is what holds us back from many, many, many different things. It's about fucking bringing yourself out there. Okay? Health and freedom, okay? Health and freedom. Another concept, important piece of this puzzle is okay, so give me a second. I need to process what I want to say here. Detoxing your body does not automatically make you be a better person. Like it raises your frequency and it allows love to exist in your body, etc., makes you healthier. But we still have to choose love and choose forgiveness on a daily basis. Life is never going to get so easy where we don't have to make a choice. We're here for this grand game that is life. If life was so fucking easy as cosmic universal beings, we would be bored to death, okay? We come here to play a game specifically. Just like you go play a football game. When you watch a football game, if one team is clobbering the other team, is that enjoyable to watch? chances are no. Chances are what we really crave are that neck and neck battle up until the last few minutes of the game. Okay, that's what we really crave. So to reappropriate that to this life and what is going on here, there's a grand game going on, and the only way that we would have fun and continue participating and enjoying this game as a cosmic universal being is to make it challenging, okay? Thus, making it a choice on a daily basis to choose between love and fear, okay? That's ultimately what it comes down to. So detoxing will help you make choosing love becomes a much easier process, but you still have to choose it. There are still going to be people who piss you off. There's still going to be situations that make you sad and depressed and lonely. There are still going to be things that don't go your way, but can you choose love? That's freedom. Okay? Choosing love, choosing to love yourself. Okay, my friends, more on this to come. This was just a little snippet of what I want to talk about on this subject. It's a huge, huge subject. Hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to subscribe. Alrighty. And till next time. Peace.